Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom for this upcoming week of December 4th through December 10th, 2022. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. Welcome back to my loyal subscribers and my lovely listeners. It's wonderful to be in your energies once more. And if you have found the Claire Candy Huff YouTube channel for the very first time, let me share a little bit about myself through my full-time business, Angel Healing House, which I created almost 20 years ago in 2003. I'm a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world. I'm also an intuitive, psychic, clairvoyant, tarot card reader. I also do past life healings, ancestral clearings, and I also teach tarot. And as I mentioned, I am the author of several #1 Amazon International best-selling books, including the prequel to I Am an Angelic Walk-In, which is One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. And let's not forget my children's book, which is Angels of Faith. Here we go. Now, speaking about tarot, I received this lovely testimonial from a student who took my 6-week tarot course. And she wrote, "I'm eternally grateful to Claire Candy, Angel Ariel, for my amazing and fun journey of taking her tarot course. She is an outstanding reader and a master teacher. Along with carefully conveying the traditional meanings of the cards, she helped me to open to channel and discover my own intuitive feelings about what each of the cards mean. Over the 6-week course, I found that I dug deeper into myself to better understand my life, my experiences, and my choices. Thank you, Claire Candy, Angel Ariel, for this gift you gave by putting all of the love, care, and time into this beautiful tarot course. I've been changed forever by this experience, as you help me to really see all the miracles and magic that are on offer to me. I truly recommend to everyone to give themselves the gift of discovering so much more of your own journey." And that comes from Kathy Woodrick in the United States. So if you're interested in learning tarot, if you're interested in learning Reiki, if you're interested in booking any of my services or finding out more information on my award-winning books, please do go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can phone 831-277-3716. And remember, that's Pacific Standard Time, as we are in beautiful Santa Monica, California. And all of that contact information is in the description box down below. So here on Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we do pull oracle cards, we do pull tarot cards, but we start every week with looking at the astrological heavens to see what planetary energies are affecting all of us. So, firstly, happy December to you. And it is very important, even though we've gone into December, it's important for us to go back and speak about that new moon, which happened last week, which was in the lucky sign of Sagittarius, and the wonderful effect that it is having on all of us. Now, this one had and has so much excitable energy that many in the collective are seeing more outrageous, unexpected, and synchronistic events happening for them. To work with these wonderful energies, update your wish list and perhaps send out your intentions for even the impossible, the unbelievable, and the miraculous to manifest in your life. Now, if there was one thing in the collective that we were all guilty of at one stage or another, is that we restricted what we desired and we settled for less than our heart's longings. And the posse of angels is saying that it just might serve each and every one of us very well if we would write out our New Year's wishes just a little bit earlier this year. But wait, there's more wonderful energy to work with. As last week on that Sag new moon, Jupiter, the ruler of good luck and good fortune, expansion, optimism, and opportunity, well, it's making us feel lighter and injecting us with more hope. Remember, Sagittarius is all about freedom, is all about curiosity, discovery, travel, adventure, truth, and justice. Now, my angelic family, the posse of angels, is asking, where in your life can you dream bigger? And where can you allow the liberating, fun, and curious energies of Sagittarius to guide you forward? Now, for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, and I'm wearing my winter warmies today, we are experiencing longer nights and plummeting colder temperatures, which will be accompanied by the arrival of a cold full moon on December 7th, only in a few days. Now, the spiritual meaning of the cold moon is that it signifies the completion of an entire trip around the sun. And just think how many transformational things have occurred during this past year's rotation. Now it is time to begin to visualize what we desire to bring into our lives and focus on all the wonderful connections, those opportunities and events that are headed our way in this brand new cycle. With the cold moon signifying a new beginning phase in our lives, it's encouraging us to follow our greatest passion and joys. All life unfolds in different stages, in different seasons and timings, and it's often when we finish one season, it sees many of us reflective as we look back to the past. Now, the posse of angels wishes for us to, yes, look back from the past, but not with regret, not with any resentment or bitterness or remorse. Look back to the past to learn from it. And look forward so we can have hope in the future. But do stay in the present moment, for that's the only place that miracles, magic, serendipity, and synchronicity can occur in our lives. So that's where the signs are going to be given to all the magic. One of the things that we can do under this cold full moon is to write out all of the beautiful things that happened to us during this past year. What this does is it puts our focus on our blessings, and it creates faith for more blessings to find us in the coming year. Remember that whatever we put our focus on will grow. That's why gratitude and appreciation are such amazing energies for us to focus on, because the more that we are grateful and appreciate what we have, the more the universe will bless us with more reasons to be grateful and appreciative. And while it appears that all is frozen, especially in the wintertime, and lifeless in these winter months, well, the posse of angels is assuring us that looks can be very deceiving, as beneath that frozen, dormant surface, there's much going on to bring forth renewal for us. Now, the posse of angels is reminding us that everything is energy, and that the seeds of all of our hard work and consistency will pay off, and never, ever abandon our heartfelt desires and what we wish to accomplish. The winter season gives many an excuse, even a permission to slow down. And although it may appear to be counterproductive to rest, it is important to remember that our worth is not defined by how much we do. If we slow down and we focus on being fully present in those activities and things that bring us great joy, well, the energies and new beginnings of the next stage of our lives will be upon us sooner than we think, and we will look back and say, gee, I wish I would have taken time to recharge, rest, and relax when I had the time. If there have been many challenges in this past year, and who hasn't had them, please know that these challenges had to finally show up to be dealt with as they were created through past energies of lower frequency, and they no longer serve the new higher dimensional version of you. The more we have done, the more that we have done this and let go of so much, the cold moon will give us time to go internally and reflect on surrendering and letting go of all that which is no longer reflective of who we are now. In essence, we are wiping the slate clean for our brand new life to be presented. In many ways, this cold full moon may just inspire us to move forward. Again, no longer attached to the past and excited about what will be presented to us. Now, the posse of angels wish to remind us that with all the karmic cleanups that the collective has been through, we have officially entered a new reality of creating heaven on earth, not only for ourselves, but others as well. Congratulate yourself on having weathered many storms of upheaval that opened the doors of ascension, and welcome in the change. For many, these winter months are giving our souls a massive time of gestation, and whether we're aware of it or not, our newly formed higher dimensional crystalline bodies are forming more rapidly than ever. This higher frequency energy within us is bringing on transformation in our timelines, in our external reality. And this will help morph our current timelines into consciously creating those new realities. Now, having had our DNA strands replenished, we are renewing at a cellular level and fully operational to completely reprogram our lives with our now being that new anchor of light. You know, just like a tiny little seed that goes through a transformative alchemical process of transfiguration beneath the soil, when the time is right in God's mind, it will break through the surface of the ground and grow and stretch to blossom to become all that it can be. You know, you are no different from that tiny little seed that draws from the moisture of the melting snow, the warmth of the sun, the nutrients from the soil, and God's gift of life force energy to then break through the surface when the timing is divine and be stretched beyond anything that you possibly could imagine. So we are at a very fortuitous, not only fortuitous and lucky time with Jupiter moving forward into this time of expansion and good luck and good fortune and all of that. But we're also coming upon the 12/12 portal, December the 12th, the 12/12, which I'll be speaking about more in this week's Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show, a weekly show that's every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And do remember, on that show you can call in for free mini angel readings. I've given away thousands and thousands of free mini angel readings over the last 11 years. We're wrapping up. We, myself and the posse of angels, are wrapping up our 11th year and going into our 12th year. So now let's go to the oracle cards. Let's go to the tarot cards and see. Now, I did pull some beforehand from this beautiful deck. It's called Oracle of the Dragon Fae by Lucy Cavendish. And they are delightful cards and they have beautiful energies. The first card that came out for us is this one, Lady of the New Buds. And this is a 25 card, or is a 7. If you've listened to my channel, if you've listened to my Angel Healing House radio program, I always equate the 7s with doing the work of the divine. You know, that's why it's a lucky number 7. But it's interesting that the posse of angels and I previously mentioned the tiny seeds that are germinating underneath the ground when it seemingly like nothing is going on, and then breaking through the surface to grow and become all that it can be. And then this card shows up. Nurture tenderness is the message under Lady of the New Buds. Once we see the appearance of these new buds, do make sure to tend them with loving attention and shield them from others' judgment and possibly others' rejection. Now, the posse of angels is reminding us that when our gardens begin to yield results, be very careful who we share these new buds of abundance with, as there are many who will be jealous, as they have had the same choices that we have and the same chances, but they did not nurture and take the time, the effort, and the energy to nourish their own ideas. When others see our bountiful blossoming garden, they might even think that we are just plain lucky, and they never reflect on how much time and how much energy we went and we spent on nurturing and nourishing with constant care and attention our ideas and our intuitive, creative bliss and all of those endeavors and projects that we set our minds and our hearts to, and we brought forth, and now they're amazingly yielding wonderful results. So, but it doesn't matter if anybody else notices or even makes mention of the hard work and the effort that went into this, because the most important part is you knowing how much effort you've put into something. And also God and the angels, they don't miss anything. They've seen your hard efforts and diligence to what you believed in, and now they will begin to bloom. So all you need to do is to tend with great nurturance those first yieldings of whether that's opportunities or offers or connections, or those things where you see the tangible results of all your hard work and your hard efforts. So I love that card came out, Lady of the New Buds. Next card that came out in the Oracle of the Dragon Fae was this one. And I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. I think it's Chen Guang. Maybe you have a different pronunciation for that. It's a number 27 card, and it says, be light of heart. Now, this reminds me, these two things here remind me of the balance that comes about in the tarot card, in the justice card, where the scales of life are balancing. Number 27 is a 9, is the number of completion, or coming to completion. And once our garden that we spoke about with the Lady of the New Buds, and when the posse of angels and I were speaking about how we're going to see that physical manifestation of all of our hard work, when it begins to blossom and bring forth those magical, miraculous fulfillment of our desires, we do not have to justify, and we certainly don't have to rationalize or explain ourselves to anyone, but just continue. All we need to do to continue is to shine our light and brighten the world with our joy and our dancing, happy energy. That's it. It's all about the frequency. The posse of angels is suggesting that even we give ourselves the time to celebrate joyously. Perhaps we could dance under the stars. And when we're dancing under the stars, perhaps we can even make wishes on them. It's our beautiful energies of joy and gratitude and forgiveness and love that have brought forth new life and our new buds of blessings that are coming in for us. I love those. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. And I do work a lot with dragon energy. Dragon energy is not only very empowering, but it's also very magical. So I went to my next deck. My next deck is this one, Whispers. Whispers of Lord Ganesha. And Lord Ganesha today came in with this first card. This first card was, lo and behold, a number 38 card, which is an 11, the master number 11. And on it says, very simply, to nurture. Now, how much of this channel today and how much of these cards is pointing to just nurturance? It seems that there's a huge theme going on here, that we have done all the hard work now, and it's time to truly nurture ourselves as we watch the fruits of our hard work paying off, okay? By resting and relaxing and making time to regenerate, which may seem directly opposite from producing and doing, we will gain more at this time than, again, forcing an outcome. Now, once we empower and nurture ourselves, then we have so much more energy to give to those new opportunities and those offers and those fated connections that will support and help our new buds, our new life to absolutely thrive. So seek to create calm and seek to create balance for ourselves, and then a balanced and harmonious reality will manifest for us. So there does seem to be a huge theme here about nurturance. And then another Ganesha card came out for us, which was a number 8. 8 is the number of infinity. It's the number of wealth, abundance, prosperity, riches, material gain, all of those things, with its message here, promise of the future. And it is suggesting that it's a favorable time to open to new outlets for creative expression. It does herald a new phase of our life on the horizon. And Lord Ganesha looks like they are staring at this beautiful light that is appearing on the horizon. One of the greatest gifts that humanity has been given during this holiday season is a promise for the future, with the gift of liberation and freedom to think for yourself and to create your own reality. We don't have to depend on anybody anymore. It's your sovereign, powerful, multidimensional right as a higher dimensional being to be able to do, be, and have whatever you wish to create. The posse of angels is suggesting for us to open to this promise and to be careful what you wish for in the energies that we are in now, for you just might receive it. So I love that. So thank you to those beautiful oracle decks. Let's go to our tarot cards and see what comes out. I'm using my deck, which is the Angel Healing House tarot deck, and yes, that's me on the back. Angel Ariel. Let's give it a good shuffle. Wake, wake, wake up cards. 1, 2, and 3. Hope everyone's out there as well. I know there are lots of areas, lots of places in the world now that are experiencing colder temperatures, snow and ice, and do be careful on the roads and take some time to slow down, which is very difficult for many in the holiday season because they have lots of responsibilities. I did have somebody call me up on my Angel Healing House Blog Talk weekly radio show, and she said, she has a great deal of stress over the holiday season because of all the things she's supposed to do. So, and that got my attention, and I said, well, instead of the just with that word supposed to do, that's a supposed to is always heavy for us. You know, who says we're supposed to do this? Most of the time we put so much pressure on ourselves during the holiday season. Instead of saying, the things that we're supposed to do, you might write down instead of all the things that you're supposed to do, you write down, I am so excited about the holiday season because I get to, and then fill in the blank. And if you don't fill in the blank with whatever that you're blessed to be doing, then don't do it. Then simply don't do it. I am blessed. Some people might say that, they have to cook for so many people. Those people are there in your life because you contracted for them to be there. And the more you acknowledge this, the more you bless it and thank it for all that it does give to you, and the lessons you learn from these people, then it's always going to seem more of a burden than a blessing. So switch our perspective, and then it's not so much what happens to us, but it's how we perceive what is happening to us. Okay, one more shuffle, and 1, 2, 3. And the first card that's coming out for us is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is the children. It's the children. It's that playfulness. It's that feeling of nostalgia, that feeling of sentimentality. Certainly many of us are reflecting back over the past year. But this card is saying that just like the nurturing and the tending that is spoken about today and reflective in the cards, do take some time out. Take some time out to have fun and to play, to nurture yourself. Again, there's that word nurturing your joys, the thing that you love doing, then we have the capacity to whistle while we work, and then our chores that we do don't seem to be as difficult for us. But this is a time where really they want us to give to our inner child so that we can feel more nourished and nurtured. The next card is also a card. This is interesting. It's also a card of going within and taking a leap of faith. The Fool is a card of being back at square one again. Many of us have completed a tremendous cycle in the first part of our journey, and that's why there is this promise for the future, because this new path will present itself to us. And they're drawing my attention to the dove up above, which is the Holy Spirit, and this new path for us will be divinely and fated and karmically orchestrated for us. So you can't miss it. Just as long as you've surrendered and you've released all that doesn't serve you anymore in order for you to step on the new path. Now, the Fool card in many ways is a card of the inner child. It's a card of allowing yourself to be led by Spirit for your highest good, to the next part of your journey or to those travels where you need to go. And all we really do need to do is to tap into our inner knowing that knows what path we need to take. And a lot of the times we stop stepping on that path of our inner knowing because it's not logical. It is not justified. There's no rationale behind it. But they are assuring us that Spirit knows us better than we know ourselves. So if we take that leap of faith, on the other side of that are rewards and miracles. Next card that's coming out for us is a 5, is a card of change. But this is also you stepping into, many of us stepping into that leadership role, that we'll see many in the collective as an authority on what they have not only studied, but what they have practically lived their lives, and then going on to teach others. Now, if this is not you being the leader, then this is you being presented with a group or an organization or a community of like-minded people that will notice what you do, notice the creative projects that you've put out into the world, and they'll want to support They'll want to support and encourage. Perhaps it'll be financial support. Perhaps it'll be putting you into contact with different connections who can help your creative projects, that kind of thing. So this card has a little bit of a double meaning there. It does say that many of us are going to be meeting that like-minded soul tribe of ours to guide and support and encourage our projects, but also, if you're going to be stepping into a leadership role, this group or community or organization could want you and to collaborate with what they're doing. So it's a double meaning there. In both cases, I guess it's about stepping up. The next card I just mentioned karmically, and then here is the Wheel of Fortune, which is turning in everyone's favor. It's a 10, which is a 1, which is new beginnings. And notice little Gabriel the mouse, we can see the back end of this mouse. He's very fortuitous because the popcorn box that he found has still tasty morsels in it. And many of us are going to be presented around this holiday season with Jupiter going forward, very fortuitous, very lucky, and opportunities for expansion and helping the abundance in our lives. Next one coming out for us, more abundance. We have the 8 of Pentacles, which is, I call it the being remarkable card, being remarkable for your gifts, talents, abilities, and your skills, and being noticed for them. And it is a card of hard work, but when you love doing what you're doing, you don't consider it work, and just sort of putting your head down and being rewarded and promoted for what you love doing. It's another 8 card, and that other 8 card was Promise for the Future. So, and it was the 38 card that came out in our Nurture card. So great. We've got a 6, a 0, a 5, a 1, and an 8. Another 2 cards. We've got the Star card. I did mention the stars. These are about our wishes coming true. And do remember that your wishes are going to come true. They might not be in the way that you think they're coming or the timing that they think they're coming, but it's going to be presented to you in your greatest and highest good for your soul's growth. And this is also the card of healing if you've been unwell. And this is a card of also you're having faith and hope and trust in the universe and all that beautiful light that's coming in there. And I did mention about dancing under the stars. So maybe if that's something that you would love to do, take note of that. Next, and the last card is one card, is the Ace of Cups. We have the beautiful Ace of Cups. Your cup runneth over. And I did mention about the seeds before, growing in the darkness, growing in all those months of germinating and gestating and just seemingly nothing happening. And like the lotus grows in the muddiest of waters and takes the longest time to open, but when it does, it's absolutely glorious. The fish are about abundance, and once again we see the Holy Spirit, which is divinely bringing all of these wonderful blessings for our cup to overflow. So, no need to push, no need to control anything, but just take time to write down all the beautiful things that you encountered this past year and how much you were blessed with. Let's go to our postcards from Spirit. And on the back here, we haven't had this one in a while, it says, be fearless. Dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times where you might find yourself over-giving. How about the holidays when you're supposed to do this and supposed to do that? Who said you're supposed to do it? Now might be a really good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of your own abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the rescuer, the healer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill: receiving gracefully and with gratitude, without diminishing ourselves and trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people. Maybe it's hard for you. You do not need a this for that in exchange with others. You're doing good in the world by just being you. Let the world give back, and let the world support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced that you and you alone have to do everything with no one's help. Let spirit and let your well be filled. Let spirit help you fill your well. But spirit can only fill our well if we're open to receive. We love you so, so much. And after lifetimes of giving, it's very difficult for some people to open up and not do so much and allow others to give to them. That one just hopped out from our Making Magic cards as we are coming to the end of this reading. I hope everyone's well, and you do take time out to write down your blessings for this past year, and take time out to relax and enjoy those things, whether it's enjoying holiday movies or listening to lovely music or lighting some festive candles, or it doesn't have to be always a lot of money what we do. People say, oh, I can't afford that. Okay, just making things lovely and making things festive, and just putting all of our focus and attention on how very, very blessed we are. Okay. First card that's coming out for us is rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes, which is wishes coming true. Well, this is more than reflective of what we saw in this card. The star card, that's about our wishes coming true, But take off their expectation and attachment as to how you think it needs to come in, and it's reflective of the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is also a card of wishes coming true. Our cup runneth over. So that's a wonderful way to start with. The next one is fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elementals to achieve your goals. We have so much help. We have so much help from the elemental and the angelic realm. I spoke to a caller who called into my Angel Healing House Blog Talk radio show and asked for a free mini angel reading. And she said, oh my gosh, she said, I'm a long-time listener to your program, and I wish I had the same connection to the angels and the fairies as you do. And I said, but you do. I said, you do. But what makes me different is that I prioritize the time and the energy that it takes. And I've made the elementals, and I've made the dragons and the unicorns and the mermaids, omnids, leprechauns, and the elves and the angels. I've made them all of my friends. And I connect with them on a daily basis. And so because I've made the effort to listen, to really listen, to open to their signs and their messages, and following their signs, then it's a deeper friendship, and anyone can do this. Next card that's coming out for us is Heavenly, you can't make this stuff up, is Spirit. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. If you would only open up to not push the river of life. We each have our angels, our spirits, and our guides, and they sometimes are screaming at us. Direction to go in, guidance, but because we do not prioritize them, we don't give it importance, then it's not an important thing in our lives. So open up, and they will help your life flow with ease and with grace. I hope that's been helpful for you. Please, if you want to find out any more about my services, please do phone me at Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716. That is Pacific Standard Time in Los Angeles, California. Join me this week on Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio weekly show on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and maybe you will be one of the lucky ones to get chosen. I choose when they come in randomly for a free mini angel reading. As we are in the season of gift giving, what better than these beautiful, beautiful books, One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. I Am an Angelic Walk-In is the sequel to this one. The autobiography of Angel Ariel, and for the children is Angels of Faith, a book about how we are divine and eternal and we do not die. All of those can be found on my website, angelhealinghouse.com. They can be found on Amazon and Kindle, and also my husband and I were the executive producers on the producing of the audiobooks of those two #1 Amazon bestsellers. So go out, everyone, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love and angel blessings, and I look forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.